We're back here on the Now, and we have some breaking news to pass along. The Obama administration, word just coming down, is ending the wet foot, dry foot policy that basically granted residency to Cubans who arrived here in the United States without visas. This is a major shift today in U.S. policy. The Now's Michael Williams following it for us from the feed room. Michael?
A major shift, Shannon, and one that is an outgrowth of the outreach by the Obama administration over the last few years to open relations with Cuba. And it had long been rumored that this might, in the administration's mind, be a natural outgrowth of that opening. Remember that since 1966, under the Cuban Adjustment Act, Cubans had special status if they were fleeing Cuba trying to reach the U.S. And essentially anyone who fled, if they were picked up, would come to the U.S. Then in 1994, after another major boat lift out of Cuba, some 20,000 Cubans who fled the island to get to the United States, the policy was amended to become wet foot, dry foot, which meant just that. If you were able to put a foot on U.S. soil anywhere, if you were able to make it that far, you would essentially be allowed to stay in the U.S. That will no longer be the case. That is a huge policy difference. It is one that puts Cuban Americans, or Cubans, in line with, say, Haitians who may arrive on our shores and are sent back. Now that would be the case for those Cubans trying to flee that island. We expect major reaction on this from Miami. We'll have much more for you as this story begins to develop. We're told that the Obama administration will make the policy change effective immediately, and we're trying to find out exactly what immediately means, but the next few days or so, we'll get back to you on that. Shannon?
Quick question before you go, Michael Williams. We all know there's an inauguration in 10, 11 days here. Could this then be overturned, or when the Obama administration makes a policy shift like this, is this something that is then handled differently when a new administration comes in?
Have to check on the details of that, but it is the last piece of what has happened with this outreach by the Obama administration. It's a good question. We'll have to find out more about that, Shannon. Late breaking developments. We need to look at the legalities of all that.
Very big news indeed. Michael Williams, it affects a lot of our viewers and a lot of our audience in South Florida for sure. Thanks for the update.